Mad Knicks, giving a recap of Knicks news, Knicks rumors, Knicks everything. Let's just get right into it, man. I ain't gonna waste your time. So the last domino has dropped. At least the biggest one has dropped the free agency, but we all been waiting for. LeBron James actually made his decision. He's going to Philadelphia. 2 years, $8 million. People been suspecting it possibly be in Cleveland because of obvious reasons. He's from there. He played there. Miami, obvious reasons he's played there. And the Golden State thing was out there. I think people was wishful thinking that because of the relationship with him and Curry and Draymond, that he'll choose Golden State. But for a while, I've just been hearing 3 East teams. It's been Philly, Cleveland, Miami. The Minnesota thing I never really bought. But it's a possibility. You know what I mean? He signed for 2 years, $8 million, so he could pretty much fit on any roster. So, he chose the Sixers. What does it mean for the Knicks? Not much for so many reasons. One, it's going to take a while. You put this mosh posh lineup together with all these names, and you just think they're going to hit the ground running. And although, of course, that could be possible, but history tells us, for the most part, it takes some while to gain some sort of synergy, some sort of chemistry. It might take them a year. It might take, honestly speaking, don't be shocked if they start off terrible. I mean, that's possible. They could start off the year not so good and everybody is just throwing eggs at them and tomatoes at them about how bad and poorly they've been playing. I mean, it's very much so possible, man. It's going to take a while. And a lot of players are going to have to really sacrifice. I can only imagine what it means for Jaylen Brown, even though I don't think he didn't have a choice in where he was going. But I think he really wants to be the number one option. Even without LeBron James, he wasn't going to be number one option. That was probably going to be Maxey. So, and then you add LeBron, and probably the ball is going to be in his hands for the most part. I don't see, there's really no other playmakers there. So that really puts him down the pecking order, man, when you really think about it. And then I don't know why I have this weird feeling that VJ is coming off the bench. I have this weird feeling that they're going to bench him, man. I mean, not like a bad benching, but a sacrificial good benching to help balance this team out because they're lacking defensively, man. And they signed Dean Wade. Maybe they tried Dean Wade. Maybe it's a lineup of Maxey, Brown, LeBron James, Dean Wade, and Embiid. And then you get a little bit more firepower coming off the bench with VJ. Is he that kind of player? Is he a microwave scorer? He can be. He's still young. I mean, he can struggle sometimes as well. He can be very streaky. I know everybody's crazy about this, and this is the talk of the town right now. Everybody's talking about, Larry O'Brien, Philadelphia, nothing short of the Larry O'Brien. Hey, man, we're going to have to wait and see, man. And, when it concerns this Knicks team, we still got the best starting five. Pretty much in the East for sure. I would argue in the league, man. And that's based upon talent and synergy. It's a formula, man. It has to be chemistry with the talent. Yeah, it's a one gumbo, man. You know what I mean? I think this team coming off a championship, going through the rigorous nature of learning each other, man. Because I keep explaining this to people, man. People want to bring up Indiana and us losing. Every step of the way, we were a new team. Every step of the way. I mean, the year before last, we played against Philly. We played against Indiana. We're hurt. Julius Randle's hurt. Mitchell Robinson gets hurt through Embiid. We lose Bogdanovich. And then Jalen Brunson hurts his hand later on in the series. That was an issue off the rip. Then last year, we played against Indiana. We have a whole new team. Cat, we traded for right before training camp. Mikal, we traded right before training camp. So we have this new team. And although we went through a season, which, let's be real, throughout the season that year, players were injured and not playing as much, or they're sitting. It's just, you're going through it. You're going through what you would go through normally through a season. And then the playoffs come around. And no doubt Detroit was a good test. And we kind of learned something of each other. Not really. When I really watched that Detroit series, it was a lot of broken plays. But just the talent level was so high for us that we made some plays through those broken plays. That cat jump shot, he's fading away out of bounds. The step back three was a broken play that he did in the corner, out damn near by the logo. I mean, we just kind of willed our way through that win. And we go against Indiana and they make it a track meet. Well, sorry, we play against Boston. We're down. We will our way through that. Then we play against Indiana. Obviously, we all know what happened game one. And then they make it a track meet for us. And you know, it just showed throughout the whole playoffs that we're still learning each other, man. Like every step of the way, even the times we won. And then this year, obviously, we all know the outcome. It's because this team has been through some battles. You know what I mean? Like this team has had war scars together. So, you know, I think with the Philly team, those are the same obstacles that they're going to have to go through. And, you know, do they have that kind of time, man? I mean, Embiid, we have no idea what those legs, how much longer those knees are gonna last. LeBron James is gonna be 42, and he has been pretty much unplayable on the defensive end the past year or two. I mean, JJ Redick was practically benching him or practically subbing him out as much as he can because he was lacking defensively. Now, he still looks decent on offense. He still looks good for his age. He can still move up and down the floor. He can still get those trail blocks for sure. But what LeBron do you think you're getting? You're not getting '09 LeBron. You're not getting 2010 LeBron. I mean, it's just not realistic. I'm not as bullish, but amongst everybody else in the East, it's definitely going to be a tough one for us, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough one for us. It's never easy to go back to back. So just going to be interesting to, you know, monitor, man, how the season is going to go. I'm very excited for next season. Amongst us trying to repeat, but just seeing how everything plays out, man, it's going to be very exciting. I'm going to give the top reasons stopping us from repeating, and I will also give the top reasons why we will repeat. So number one, I think that's most important, which you could say with any team that's stopping us from repeating, of course, is injuries. I mean, that goes without saying, man. And I mean, we've been relatively uninjured the past year. And yeah, the past year. I mean, last year, OG did get hurt. Well, I'm sorry, that was the year before. Last year, we was kind of all right as well. I mean, of course, throughout the seasons, everybody gets injured. But for the most part, we were fairly healthy last year. This year as well, very fairly healthy. Cat did miss some games for sure. Not enough to not get in the All-Star game, you know what I mean? And not for no, you know, I think he met the threshold. Jalen also met the threshold, obviously. OG missed a few games, missed 2 playoff games, but came back, was ready to go. You know what I mean? Mitch broke his hand, which they said was a pinky, but it was a broken hand, finger, pinky, whatever. But he ends up coming back and willing his way through. Landry did get hurt throughout the season. Came back, wasn't really 100% right, but gave us some good moments in certain games in the playoffs. Deuce did get hurt, got back for the playoffs. Not really Deuce that we know, but gave us some moments here and there in the playoffs. So, does that strike twice again, man? I mean, will that be ditto for this season, man? Can we stay healthy? We got the number 1 training staff in the league. Did we find a remedy to all of this? Like, are we going to be good this year, man? That's going to be the number 1 thing for us is injuries, man. Can we stay healthy? You're going to have to handle it with kid gloves this year a little bit more than you would have in prior years. Reason number 2 that's stopping us is no backup center. Will that really harm us, man? Mitchell Robinson was a luxury, but, man, to not have him, man, I mean, will it show up? I know we got Andre Drummond. I'm pretty sure in Leon we trust. He's still trying, still making phone calls out there to see who can he acquire. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to trade from our depth. He doesn't want to give up much of anything for something. I'm pretty sure that's kind of how he's thinking about it. Why give up Deuce? Why give up Landry? Like, we got a lot of firepower we want to add on. So I do trust Leon to make the right decision. But if we don't get a backup center and it's Andre Drummond, you know, and I've been watching some videos on him, man, especially last year against Philly. I mean, last year when he was with Philly, just don't love it, man. Just don't love it. I mean, look, I'm operating from a Mitchell Robinson standpoint. So, yes, I mean, naturally, that is a downgrade from Mitchell Robinson. And to expect Drummond to give you Mitchell Robinson, like, you know what I mean, performance, it's just not realistic. I just don't love it, but that's what we got. Will that be enough? That is a question, man. That is a question because there's going to be times Cat is going to fall out. There will be times maybe Cat, hopefully not. Maybe he does get injured. He needs a blow sometimes. He's not going to play 40-something minutes a game. So you're going to be relying on that number 2 guy, man. And hopefully Drummond fits the bill. And then number 3, man, the field. Did the field get tougher? We just mentioned Philadelphia. That's an obstacle. Kawhi Leonard, that's in limbo. Him going to Toronto, that's in limbo. We'll see when the investigation concludes. Will that mean Kawhi actually just does get to go to Toronto, or does he stay put in the Clippers, which would be very awkward if he stays put in LA after they trade him. But we're gonna operate as if he's going to Toronto. That's a tougher team, man. You're adding Kawhi with a RJ, with a Emmanuel Quickly, with a Scotty Barnes, a Jakob Poeltl. You keep going down the list of those players. On paper, very talented, man. Now, they're going to have the same pitfalls, or they're going to have the same, obstacles as Philadelphia has as far as being a new team and learning each other for the most part. But looks good, man. Looks good on paper. Miami, they got Giannis. Looks good on paper. I mean, they need more shooting. I think they need to add more, but does look good on paper. Detroit are in limbo right now. Boston somewhat in limbo right now. Even though, poor George, he's going to score his points probably. They got our Mitch. But they got Mitch. They're hoping Pritchard is going to make, this Jalen Brunson ascension where they're going to actually start him now. Hopefully, we're giving him more opportunity. He could become somewhat of what Jalen Brunson has become. We'll see. We'll see, man. So, I think the field has gotten a lot better, especially in the East. You know what I mean? And in the West as well. San Antonio asked Tobias Harris. I think that's a very underrated pickup, man. I think Tobias Harris is going to pay dividends for him. You still have OKCs out there. Minnesota trades for LaMelo Ball. That's pretty good for them. So the field can play a role in us not repeating. All in all, with that being said, I think if we're playing our A game, especially as soon as the playoffs start, and we do what we're supposed to do, can't not a team beat us, man. And that's pretty much one of the other 3 reasons why I think we will repeat. The top reasons why we will repeat is the continuity. We have continuity, man. Like, we are a team that are real, that are gelled, are used to each other, have lost with each other, have now won with each other. We know what to expect of each other. And then also, obviously, our offense changed. And, I've watched Alan Hahn talk about it, where the coaching staff talks about, now that we know about this formula, we didn't have time to really do so much with it. But in the offseason, leading into next year, we're going to have so much more counters and so much more things to do with this, with Cat being the hub. You know what I mean? It's going to be sky's limit with our offense. We'll see, man. We'll see. And I trust in it, man. I do trust in it, man. And then even if so, we're dynamic enough as a team to where we can pivot off that and still win other ways. Because people keep trying to bring up, well, the Knicks changed their offense. Yeah, we did in Atlanta. And we did for the Philly series in some level. But Cat wasn't the hub in that Cleveland series as much. They were sticking Jarrett Allen in that paint. There wasn't that many openings. So that was pretty much a Jalen Brunson started to cook. And we were just making it a lot of shots and really snatching the heart away from Cleveland, man. So that was why we won that series. And forget about it when it comes to the Spurs. That was pretty much us willing our way through that, man. So, it's like partly true that we changed our offense, and that's the reason for the success. It did help. But then also, we kind of went back to what we know best, which is Jalen cook for us, and everybody else spot up shoots, hit up your open shots. Some real good clutch shooting and clutch moments from an OG, from a Mikal, from a Josh, from a Cat. that's kind of really how we want it. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man, how much the continuity, the chemistry, how much more we can do, how much more the offense can be expanded, man. And then also, just as much as the con is the field, the pro is the field. As I mentioned, all of these teams, they have new players that can help them, but they're all still new players, and they all have to fit them in. And that takes a while sometimes, especially teams who have ball dominant players. Kawhi is a ball dominant player. He's going to want the ball in his hand. So it's going to be him. Scotty Barnes wants the ball in his hand. RJ wants the ball in his hand. How does that really work? You think about Giannis in Miami. Bam wants the ball in his hand. Giannis wants the ball in his hand. How does that really work? Not too much three-point shooting as well. Then you think about Philly. LeBron wants the ball in his hand. Now they're a little bit better. Maxey can play off ball, but Embiid gonna want the ball sometimes as well. Jaylen Brown is gonna want the ball sometimes as well. He wants the ball in. He could play off ball too. Jaylen Brown can do both. So that's gonna take some time, man. So I think the field, although the teams have gotten more talented and probably more interesting, there is a little drawback, especially in year one of those additions. And then I think the most important thing, when that people really forget, man, I mentioned is some people I know when they talk about, OKC, if they would have beaten San Antonio, while possibly the Knicks would have lost. And I think there was not going to be a single team that was going to beat us, mainly because I think it was our time. That's one. Two, the talent. I think we're better. But then also, playoff risers, and that's not something you can really quantify. You can't really measure that. You don't really know until you get there. But this team has playoff risers. Mikal Bridges will struggle all year long. I'm sitting on this channel hammering at Mikal Bridges. But in the playoffs, he just finds a gear. And from that game 6 of Atlanta all the way until pretty much San Antonio. You know what I mean? San Antonio series, he had somewhat an up and down series. But most of the playoffs, man, as I said, game 6 on, he a playoff riser. Jalen Brunson, people were saying all types of shit throughout the year. Like, is he hurt? Like, is he all right? Did he lose a step? He especially from cup game on, Jalen looked a little off. Playoff riser. Josh, the shot, even though he did shoot the shot well this year from 3 throughout the season. But playoff riser. OG. OG has his moments, man, where he's really good for a while, then he won't be good for a second, and then he'll be good for a while again. Somewhat up and down. Playoff riser. Cat. Man, I mean, all year long, people's talking about his defense. Everybody on Nick Twitter arguing me, talking about his defense being dirt. He was playing D all playoffs. So I think that's another thing that really boosts our chances up from repeating, man, is that we're used to the playoffs. We rise to the occasion. Our continuity is just like off the charts right now. You know what I mean? Especially amongst the field. And then also other teams are going to take a while, man. So I really like our chances, man. But yeah, man, it's really interesting, man. Again, this is the low part of the season. Once the LeBron James signing is over, it's probably going to be very silent on the basketball end. We're in the dog days of the off season right now. So yeah, man. So Mad Knicks here, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to my Mad Knicks Sean channel. Follow me on @KMalls_. Be putting out videos periodically. Work is kind of killing me right now, so I'm relegated to doing once a week, a video a week. It is what it is, but I'm trying to deliver as much as I can, man. So tune in, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and y'all already know what it is, man. Let's go, Knicks.